I'm not taking you shopping. I'm not giving you no money. I will take you out. I will court you as a woman. I will date you. But as far as me buying you and you not my girl, I'm not doing it.
Okay, so we're going out. Who's paying?
I'm going to pay.
Right.
I'm going to pay. But
right.
I'll do that. That's a date.
Okay.
But I'm not, you talking about going to the mall. That's not never happening.
Best way to get rid of me, my boy, be nonchalant. Be nonchalant. Go ahead. Watch how that goes for you. Don't call me. Don't check on me. Don't talk to me. See where that gets you. I promise you, you'll never hear from my again. And that's okay. I'm not even going to be mad at it. You're going to get the same energy that you giving, and we good.
And now every man out there wants a Proverbs 31 wife. Cool. Are you going to be both? Because some of y'all are out here running things like it's like an open job interview. Excuse me, ma'am. Thank you for applying for the job of wife. We are currently interviewing 5 other candidates, and we'll let you know if you make the cut. Out here treating women like it's some freaking DoorDash Taco Bell at 1 a.m. Let's just see the options. Let's see what we've got.
Many women have masculine energy. That's not a bad thing. You may be more driven or more focused. That's awesome. But if you want to be in a romantic relationship with a masculine man, you need to leave your masculine energy at the office and embrace your femininity at home. A woman's femininity, her softness, her receptivity, her admiration, and affection are all qualities that men crave.
A lot of these women don't really understand you can't mock a man for shooting his shot and then wonder why he stopped shooting. Wonder why he stopped approaching you. Because you...
Name 3 wives in your family right now. Give me 3. Give me 3 wives.
Name 3 wives.
Give me 3 wives. If you can't name me 3 wives you know personally in your family that got your blood running through their veins, you. Off. Don't say else to me. Name 3.
That's fair. I'm trying to think of 3 of my own.
Name 3 wives. How do you know? We good? Case closed? You know 3 wives?
Should have been talking.
What's going on, fellas? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below. Let's get back to the video.
The fastest way to lose a good man isn't cheating. It's becoming his biggest source of stress instead of his peace. Men don't leave because someone prettier came along. They leave because home became harder than the world. When a man is dealing with work pressure, financial stress, the weight of providing, he needs one place to breathe. That place should be you. But modern women forgot this. They compete with their man instead of complimenting him. They challenge every decision, question his leadership, turn conversations into debates. That's not partnership. That's exhausting. They compete with their man instead of complimenting him. They challenge every decision. A man doesn't need you to be his therapist or his mother. He needs you to be his woman. Soft where the world is hard, warm where everything else is cold, loyal when everyone else is conditional. When a woman makes home undefeatable, when she feeds him, desires him, chooses him daily, that man doesn't even see other women. Not because he can't, but because nothing out there competes with what he has at home. Loyalty isn't a promise. It's a reality you create. If your man is distant, ask yourself, am I adding to his peace or his problems? Make home his sanctuary or watch him find peace somewhere else?
You know, a lot of modern women don't really do anything. So that's why modern men stopped initiating. And you're mad at the man because he stopped initiating, but he was really acting like a bum. I mean, honestly and truly.
If you want to be a part of my life, you're gonna have to prove it to me now. Nobody gets a free pass anymore. You want my trust? Earn it. You want my respect? Earn it. You want my love and time and energy? Earn it. Nobody gets to ride this ride for free anymore. So congratulations to every single one of you who got their ticket and they decided to rip up the ticket.
Yes, I'm gonna say it. Most women want masculine men. I can't speak for everybody, okay? Most women want a man who's a provider. Most women want to feel safe with a man. But women's anything like me, they tired of being strong all the time. They want a man that they can depend upon. A man who's independent. A man who leaves his life well. A man who's strong. A man who's courageous. A man she can trust. Y'all, I'm indecisive. I want a man personally who can make decisions for me. Most women want a man who is not as emotional as they are. Most women want a man who's stable. Most women want a man who's strong-minded. Most women want a man who's assertive. Most women want a man who is dominant. Most women want a man who is wise. I think when it all comes down to it, a lot of women are afraid of this kind of man. Maybe they've been hurt by this kind of guy. Maybe they've seen somebody else get hurt by this kind of guy and therefore prefer men to have more feminine traits. And that's okay.
You know, a lot of modern women don't really do anything. So that's why modern men stop initiating. And you're mad at the man because he stopped initiating, but he was really acting like a bum. I mean, honestly and truly.
Okay, I'm gonna cook here. Ready? Just listen. Maturity for a man is when he realizes that he should be the one pursuing a woman. Okay? Now, this is gonna get some of you guys like, oh my gosh. Maturity for a woman is when she realizes that forcing a man to chase her is not the idea, but rather a man should be pursuing her. Because maturity for a woman, if she allows a man to pursue her while she's staying still, that's mature. Now, when a woman is standing there and a man is trying to pursue her and she starts running, that's a man chasing her. There's a huge difference because a man is going to give up on pursuing a woman when she starts running from him and she wants him to chase her. How is that mature? It's not. A woman has to stay in one position and allow that man to pursue her.
Oh boy. First of all, and is it all these men are the same, or is it that you're the same? Because think about it, all these men, what's the common denominator? You? I seriously cannot wrap my mind around how some of these ladies will rationalize to themselves they're not the problem. That somehow it's all of these other men all the time. And I thought we were strong, independent women that can make our own money. Whatever happened to that?
You know, modern women continue to talk about why don't men chase? Where are the men who court? Where are the men who pursue? I'll be standing right behind you. I'll be standing right on side you. I'll be standing right in front of you. But you too busy looking at Chad to ever see where I am.
If it's one thing women know how to do really good, it's keeping other women single.
Yeah,
women give other women the most horrible advice ever.
Yeah. I agree.
So that they can be single just like you. They really have a clandestine jealousy for women who are in a relationship. No one's looking for you. You're no man's first choice. You're absolutely no man's first choice, saying how you don't need no man and how we don't need y'all. What do you mean we, lady? You're only one person. What do you mean we don't need y'all? You are no man's first choice. Stop trying to recruit these young girls and have them recycle your way of thinking to pull them on your side, because these young girls and women that are aligning themselves with the interests of men, they have a chance to go on and have a happy and healthy, fruitful relationship. You don't. But now you're trying to recruit more and more women to come over there and be lonely with your ass.
How important is a person's network or social circle in attracting a high-value partner?
The most important. If you only have proximity to bums, one, you'll think that that's all that's out there. And two, you'll probably end up with one. If your only proximity is to affluent, successful, high caliber people, one, that's what you're going to think is out there. And two, that's probably what you're going to end up choosing. So I would say your proximity has power over you, but it's really important for you to have power over your proximity, which means being intentional about getting around the people, the places, the things, the experiences that have the types of spouse that you would actually want to marry.
You know, modern women continue to talk about why don't men chase? Where are the men who court? Where are the men who pursue? I'll be standing right behind you. I'll be standing right on side you. I'll be standing right in front of you. But you too busy looking at Chad to ever see where I am.
If he liked it so much, why didn't he ever? What are you doing? Why didn't he ever want to move back then? What are you doing? It's not, you won't look nice when you back. Yeah, so why didn't he ever let you know way before? No, it was, I don't know. Why is it almost like that? Yeah,
It's he wishes he did, but it's not about he makes a move first, you know, right?
No, but I'm saying he never showed his intentions ever until we started hanging out?
I feel like until the day, you know, you said, oh my God, this guy. You know that day when you were like, when you were doing truth or dare, they asked you to kiss me.
He asked?
No, when they asked you kiss a girl, you were like outside the house, something like that, and then you kissed me.
My husband doesn't buy me flowers anymore. My boyfriend isn't taking me on nice dates. I wish my man did half the things that your man did for you. If this is a conversation that you are having with friends, which I've had plenty of these conversations, people coming to me saying these things, then listen up. And know this conversation has nothing to do with how to get your man to do these things. I need you to do me a favor and draw a circle around yourself and work on everything inside of that circle. Is your man in that circle? No, just you. When was the last time that you did something nice for him? When was the last time you cooked him his favorite meal or baked him his favorite treats, wrote him a sweet little note, picked up something at the store that you thought that he would like? When was the last time that you inconvenienced yourself for him? Him buying you flowers, cooking you dinner, taking you on a nice date, those are all him inconveniencing himself for you. Have you even shown your gratitude to him? Have you ever been, said thank you or been appreciative of the things that he's done for you? The best piece of advice that I ever received was to outdo your spouse or significant other in love. It's easy for us women to think that we should constantly be pursued, but once you are in a partnership, it is a two-way street.
Once people, I can't even say men in general, but once people stop being appreciated, they generally don't stay. And if they do stay, they're kind of like on autopilot. And that's what's happening to a lot of men in these relationships where women just not really appreciative.
I don't understand why men just shut down all the time. Like, how are you not comfortable talking about your problems? Well, I'll tell you. First of all, men aren't like us. They do talk about their problems. What they don't do is talk about their feelings. So we just randomly vent about everything happening that could possibly be making us feel a certain way. Men talk about their actual problem once they're ready to talk about it. Well, that's just stupid. Don't they realize other people can help them identify the problem? That's what therapists are for. Yes, but men aren't rewarded for that. Men are rewarded for self-sufficiency. You and I both know that we're drawn to men who exude confidence and dependability. Men know that, so they're not going to show signs of weakness, only signs of strength. Ooh, they're so tough. Classic toxic masculinity. Hey, how about instead of calling them toxic for being less like women, we build them up as men? You want them to open up about their struggles? Then how about you assure them that you know what they're capable of and just want to help them through this? Remind them that they have your respect even through these times. If a man feels appreciated and respected by you, you will get more transparency from him. But if you just want to keep lecturing men for shutting down, you will literally get nowhere. And men's issues will continue to be completely internalized and unaddressed.
I stopped dating about 4 years ago and got off all the dating apps and honestly just walked away from the pursuit of finding my soulmate. And it isn't that I don't believe in love. I'm actually a total romantic. I'm a Scorpio. We live and breathe the pursuit of finding our soulmate. But when I tell you that I dated, I literally was on every dating app you can think of. I went on dates at least 3 nights a week trying to find my person. After years, I just said, you know what? I need a break. I deleted all the apps and I thought I was just going to spend a year focusing on me. But within that year that I took a break, everything in my life started to thrive. Everything just got so much better in my life that 1 year turned into 4 years now. And I can't imagine going back to dating. It would take a literal unicorn falling in my lap for me to give up my single life now because I'm so happy on my own. And I'm not against the idea of a man coming into my life. I'm still a romantic at heart. Maybe someday I will be married, but the idea has really lost its luster to me. I know obviously everybody's different, but I would love to know where you're at in your journey. Are you dating? Are you not dating? Have you completely given up the idea of love? Because for me, I never thought I would be this happy single. I always thought that I'd be this happy with my partner. So I'm curious where you're at in your journey and what your story is.
A lot of these men have learned, or they're learning, that they're only welcome if they've been pre-approved. They're only welcomed if I'm attractive to you. If I come up and I try to approach you, just being a nice person, you're going to treat me like I'm a creep just because I'm not attracted to you. I'm not attractive to you.
So yeah, men can't be heard. And so, okay, how can I articulate men for women so that women will then be able to see and hear men in their life? I never wanted anybody to need me to do this translation. Just if I can open your eyes, get the prejudice out of our ears, and listen to these folks. And it doesn't mean that everything about them is great. No, they're human. They struggle deeply with issues of honor and accountability and shame and fealty and faith, and they're complex. And they say they're simple. Like when people, when men are like, what do you do? I've been studying men since 1991. I've literally had a man in an airplane turn to me and go, are you slow? We're simple. And it took a while for me to be able to say right back, no, you're not. You're direct, and you confuse that with simple. But a woman has to pay attention to 9 things to have you understand something that she needs.
Modern women, it's crazy because they say that, well, I want to be left alone. I don't want men talking to me. And when men leave you alone, then you get upset. Men heard you. They stopped approaching you. They stopped messing with you and quote unquote harassing you, as you say. And now you're confused as to why the request that you made was honored. This is what you asked for.
This might be a hot take, but I feel like for men, if you want to approach a woman in public, it has never been easier than now. Think about it. Literally everyone is on dating apps like Cuff, Hinge, Raya, Tinder, Bumble, Circa. Literally the list goes on and on. Literally men don't approach women. It's just like not a thing anymore, given some things that have happened. I know that. Maybe I feel like strongly about this because I love making small talk with strangers in public. I guess maybe because I live in Dallas and it's just like a southern thing, but I love talking and meeting new people. Think about it this way. If you're like a guy, like, and a girl came up and approached you and asked for your number, you would love that and you would probably say yes unless you're just a like a girl for the most part would do the same. Who doesn't want to be approached? Like, it makes you feel special. Not to bring like COVID into it, but think everything changed post-COVID. People don't socialize. When I'm remote, if it's not like a Teams meeting, I don't actually talk to anyone. Logically think about it. Like, are any of your guy friends approaching a girl in public, not at a bar in a normal setting? No, it's a special thing. It takes balls, it takes confidence, and that's attractive. And 2, if she's a to you, thank God that's not your person. Move on. It sucks, but that's just the name of the game. Literally, life can change so quick, even just by one quick conversation, meeting one person. So just go up, approach a person, and you never know what could happen.
You know, it's a common belief that men are giving up, men are not. So that's the thing. Men are not giving up. They're giving up on dating modern women. And a lot of times, like, oh, well, you know, it's because you hate women. It's because you really don't like women. No, it's because I'm not receiving the basic amount, the basic level of respect.
I didn't see this coming. Y'all ready?
A lot of y'all are asking women like me or, you know, some of my friends, oh, why are you single? Because men are not ready for the type of woman like me. They get our number, they talk to us for a little bit, and it's like they don't know what to do with us because we require accountability. We require consistency. We require consideration. We require for you to be the man that you said you were going to. And as soon as you start seeing those things and seeing that you have to live up to those things, that's when y'all back out. That's when y'all go ghost. That's when y'all go find another woman who doesn't require all those things. So then a lot of y'all are asking women like me or, you know, some of my friends, oh, why are you single? Because men are not ready for the type of woman like me. They're not ready for accountability. I'm going to hold you accountable. If you tell me you're going to do something, I'm going to expect you to do it.
Keeping their word, doing what they say they're going to do. Are you accountable? How are you adding value? How are you helping out in any way to him? What benefit are you to him? Yes, you want him to do what he say he's going to do, which is yes. A man will do that. Keep his word. That's called keeping their word. Someone not keeping their word, that's a problem. But a guy may not be continuing to do things that you want because he's speaking to you, speaking with you, listening to you, probably finding out you're not the person that you want to be with. That's more than likely the reason why. If he wanted to be with you, he will be with you.
But then could we go back to the parable of the 10 virgins? Teach us about the trimming.
I learned that if the wick of an oil lamp is not properly trimmed, you know, imagine that like black soot at the end of a wick. It creates this very ragged flame. It's very inefficient. And as you hear these words, think if you've ever felt this personally. Ragged, inefficient, it burns the oil way too fast. And then it creates all this smoke, so it makes the light very dim. My goodness, how I have felt that all those things, feeling dim, ragged, inefficient. But a trimmed wick creates bright, long-lasting light. So I really started to ponder, like, what is that symbolically what do I need to trim out of my life? What is it to trim? For me, most of it came down to my thoughts, being able to be aware of my thoughts and like, no, I'm trimming that thought out. That will not allow me to share my covenant light brighter. But I love that, with symbolism, it can mean so many different things to so many people. But I think as we each seek, like, turn to God and be like, what is the trimming for me? What needs to be trimmed so that my light can shine brighter?
Tono for the watch, Prezi plain Jane. Yamagini chain, rest in peace to my superior. Hermes, make a feed a village.
Why does it seem like men don't approach women anymore? I thought it was fear, but let's hear why you think.
The reason why I think men don't approach women anymore is because this need to be liked.
Can you talk about the spider web, please?
My approach is called the spider web approach. So in a room full of people, I would point out a woman that I'm attracted to. I'm not going to make my whole existence being in this room about me meeting her. That's going to be the bonus of me experiencing everybody else. I'm going to get to know him. I'm going to get to know her. I'm going to get to know her. And I'm just going to have conversations and just meet people and be a people person and experience different people. And at some point, me and her, we're going to be a little closer because as we're moving around, the next thing you know, she's going to end up in my spider web. And I'm just going to be like, hey, boom, bring her to me. And then we're going to start talking. And then she's mine. We got to get outside the mindset of I'm going out somewhere to meet the opposite. Just go out somewhere to meet people. Agreed. And then everything else will fall in place. We're all in this room. These other people matter also. My number one goal, if I'm in a room full of 100 people, isn't just to get you. It's to get to know all these other people. So the thing about it is, enjoy the environment instead of just having this one thought process of, I got to get her. Because now you put yourself in a position where if you do get rejected, it's going to hurt because that's your primary goal. We got to experience life instead of just trying to get a girlfriend, trying to get a boyfriend. Because then that's when we end up hurt or feeling rejected because that was our only goal.
We see the men of the West checking out. And I would love during our Q&A portion if somebody thinks that's a good thing or a bad thing. And if you think it's a good thing, at least you are morally consistent. If you think that the men of a society checking out is a good thing, well, you are getting your goal because that is what is happening.
Women don't want a man who challenges them. Women want a man who can sit in the face of challenge and remain grounded. It's very, very different. As a woman, we don't want a man who's going to challenge us because what makes a woman very feminine is actually her emotions, her raw vulnerability. I don't mean being emotionally unregulated. I just mean emotional depths, and that requires being gentle. And so a man who suppresses his own emotions tends to be very reactive, and those reactions will dim a woman's light. It hurts, and we don't feel safe to show those parts of us anymore. And so we're also not looking for a man who mirrors our emotions. If I'm like really happy, giddy, and then sad, and then you're just like freaking out or mirroring it back to me, it shows that you're very feminine yourself and can't handle emotions. The balance is a man who is going through uncertainty, upheaval, pressure, lots of challenges in his life, and he's aware of what's going on. He's aware of what's going on within him emotionally, but he still just says, okay, yeah, there's a lot going on. I feel this way, but this is my next step, and that's what I'm going to do. That is so sexy to us. And I don't think men understand that. Like, that is so sexy. The embodiment, the presence of masculine energy. It's like there's just so much trust and admiration there. That's why you get the whole feminine gaze. It's the way you're carrying yourself. We don't need you to challenge us. We just love the way you handle challenges.
I fear men as a gender have completely lost the plot because I just saw a video of 4 men standing on a table in a club above women with Goyard purses. And I was like, you lost me at standing on the table in the club, but purses?
Serena, but why don't you go into like someone else? I'm like, oh, you're not gonna get no prettier, right? So you reach a peak at some point, right? So okay, you're pretty.
Yeah.
It's not gonna magically get any prettier. So the only place you got to go is down. Why would you wait until you start, it starts devaluing. Like when you first win a trophy, like you love it, you want to show it off to everybody, and after a while, it's on a shelf, it's dusty, and it don't look like it did when you first got it.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
at the end of the day, you can go and get a degree and look for men. And I tell women this all the time, you might as well do it, one, when you have your best looks. When you're at your best, you don't have all of this, stuff to boggle you down. You don't have any kids and all this other stuff. And you're at a place, especially if you're in school, you're at a place where there's multiple men on the come up.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But that's
degrees, all this stuff.
Yeah. But that point that you're making is a really sensitive, space for especially in our community, in particular, like in the DC, Maryland, Virginia area, where, the sense is that, our sisters, have a chance to have their cake and eat it too. Like I should be able to pursue my doctorate, and take my time in choosing how I want to date. There doesn't need to be a sense of urgency for dating. Because there's...
Excuse me, I have an announcement.
Hi.
I'm single, and you caught my attention.
Oh, really?
I just had to introduce myself, Ale.
Alyssa.
Wait, Alyssa, can I get a spin? Oh my God. You guys think we look good together?
Yeah. I think so.
What you gonna do later?
I'm gonna go to dinner.
Dinner?
Maybe keep shopping a little bit.
Alright, you can have me for dessert, so I'll text you, alright?
Alright.
Bye.
Women are swiping left on the bottom 95% of men. Oh my God. Women match with 36% of those they like, while men match with less than 2%. So basically, women have a 1 in 3 chance of having a guy like them back, but men have a 1 in 50 chance. That's the meme. Yep. The meme is unironically real.
Women have extraordinary power to transform a marriage to the extent that you don't have to go to couples therapy. You don't have to send your man to an ayahuasca retreat. If you choose to respect him and show him the appreciation and admiration that can easily stem from the fact that you chose him, you married him. So get into it or get out. But if you're going to stay, there are ways that you can honor this man. So as a woman, my focus is on what can we do as women to secure what it is that we say we want. And most of us, for many deep and valid reasons, don't know how to love a man. We know how to control a man. Why? Because we're fundamentally terrified of men, and that's biologically hardwired.
Oh, from my video that went a bit mental when I was saying, where are all the men on the night out? Well, guess what? Bieber's off on a night out. So, I will update you tomorrow if there's any men. Well, there will be men, of course there'll be men, but I mean they're either old men or they're young men. So we'll see what happens tonight, and I'll give you a little update tomorrow on what men there were or weren't. Probably more there weren't, I am guessing. So yes, they're not out there because they've all said they're not out there, they're all at home. Protecting their peace, like the princesses that they are. No offence, but I'll let you know tomorrow.
Please do not address me as a strong, independent black woman. It's not a compliment. I never hear a man that is raising children alone say, I'm mom and dad. He never becomes overly feminine because he's raising children. But we as women become overly masculine because we are raising children, because I'm mom and dad and I gotta do all these things, right? And now I put extra stuff on me and then I say, ain't nobody helping me. Well, nobody told you to do that. There is help available, all because I was trying to overcompensate for what daddy wasn't doing. I didn't have to be mom and dad, because when you think of something strong, you do not think of coming to the aid of it. So when we are looked at and walk around as strong, what we're putting out is, I do not need assistance. I don't need your help. So anytime a man says, oh, I love it, you're so strong, I said, no, I'm not strong. I'm resilient. I'm not independent. I'm interdependent. Because nobody ever comes to the aid of the strong.
When you say I don't chase women, my first initial thought is, well, then go find your man. Probably aren't even into women. You're probably into men.
There's this saying passed down to generations of men. You will lose money chasing women, but you will never lose women chasing money. Now, I prefer to say success, right? You never lose women chasing success, which is true. And so what men have learned today is that the best way to get the kind of woman he wants isn't to try and chase her down as hard as he can when he doesn't necessarily have anything. It's actually to invest in himself to become the kind of man that she already desires, right? Where he naturally attracts that woman. That's what men are doing. Now, for the men who do, i.e. high-quality men who are successful, who have their stuff together, they're not going to chase women because they attract women naturally, right? They are the kind of man that many women already desire, so to expect him to pursue you like the average man would is just unrealistic. It's not going to happen. However, if you pique his interest, he will invest in the beginning to get to know you. That's where you have the chance to inspire his pursuit. Now, if you're thinking, okay, how can I inspire this kind of man's pursuit in me? Then comment pursuit below and I will send you the link that shows you exactly how to do this.
I'm married and I'm in my 40s, and I feel like a lot of my girlfriends are getting divorced. And it's like hard to go to happy hour with them because like they sell divorce so good. They sell divorce to me like they're selling Mary Kay, and I'm like lock and loaded. I'm like, wow, let's do this. I can get my own apartment. F yeah. You know, women power. And then, like, I come home to my husband, and I'm like, oh, I love him.
Why are you whispering? Now, let me say, I'm going to be honest with you. You have to be careful who you surround yourself with. Like she said, a lot of her single friends is selling divorce. Like, hey, we doing our thing, we balling out. I bet they go home miserable. When some break in the house, they got to call somebody to come fix it instead of having a man there to fix it. I'm not saying a man is everything, because you got some good men out here, but you got some bad men out here. I like good women and bad women. But at the same time, if you got a solid, if your home is solid and that man hadn't done nothing to put you in harm's way, you better keep your husband. There's a lot of women out here ready for you to lose your husband so they can take your husband.
Oh, and before you decide to fix your ears to listen to and believe the horrible things a man is telling you about the woman that left him, remember, good men are hard to come by. What woman you know is hot?
You know how many I seen leave good for fun just because they live. You know how many women I seen leave good because they work too much to go that don't job. You know how many I've seen go with that's just cute or look better than their boyfriend or husband or whatever. That be saying there, y'all be trying to justify y'all being piss poor ass partners. That shit get ridiculous. Oh, you don't know a man before you fix your ears and listen. This is out here that's terrible to good and ruin good. What you talking about? Why you turning villains and dogs because like this? I'm trying to tell you. Stop listening to singles. Stop listening to unattractive and stop listening to too pretty because them live on a different level playing field because they ignorant as fuck sometimes. So yes, it's plenty that leave good for that's lesser. Simple as that.
Want a scenario where a really freaking hot woman comes on to my husband. But you know what that tells me? Yeah, what does it tell me? She knows. That you want to see what he does so that it proves to you that you can trust him. That says that you don't fully trust him.
So that's what I was going to say. So
you don't fully trust him.
That's interesting. I do fully trust him, and that
you think
don't.
I don't.
That's interesting.
Absolutely not.
That's interesting.
You absolutely do not fully trust Tom. Period. Period.
I disagree with you, but I want to keep going.
An attractive woman coming on to him, and him saying no and completely denying her, is going to confirm for you that you can trust him. Now, if she comes on to him and he takes her down, okay, and is open to her invitation, it's going to prove to you that you cannot trust him. So dependent on the result of what Tom does, one of your beliefs are going to be proven true. That means you have to have both there that waver from time to time. That's so, there's no way that you can fully listen. I don't need anyone
to walk up to me and call me out of my name to see if my mother's going to hop on this person. Because I know, Lisa, my mama's going to jail. She's going to hop all on this person. So I get it. Let me say, you don't trust Tom.
This is a PSA for all of the modern women out there. Y'all, I need y'all to stop begging men for money that y'all just met. I need y'all to stop doing this. First of all, you should be embarrassed yourself to even ask a man that you just met for money, because you as a grown woman cannot afford your own lifestyle and your bills. You should be embarrassed and ashamed to the point that you don't even want to do it. But you know what y'all do? Y'all modern women will still ask a man for a cash app and money. Just met this man 2.5 seconds ago and already given him a sad story about how you need some money. It's embarrassing. It's shameful. This man is supposed to give you, a woman he don't know, his hard-earned money because you as a grown woman aren't responsible. Make it make sense. It don't make no sense at all. I'm tired of these modern women, and I'm a woman, and I'm tired of the nonsense. So I just want y'all to know that you, women who do that, are entitled, and you're no different than a beggar on a corner with a cup and a sign begging for money. Please don't think you're above it. Please don't think that it's not your lane, because it is. You're a beggar. Get it together and level up.
I'm going to let you ask the question because you are the initiator, and I'll follow that.
Okay. So what does your initial first date look like with a man?
My initial first date is asking him where he wants to bring me. And daytime, is he a planner? So I will know kind of where he's at and what he has in store and what type of life I would be walking into. So my initial first date would be up to the man. I would not want to be the one planning that.
Yeah, okay. Well, I wasn't saying like plan, like what type of stuff would you like to do on the first date, as far as, are you into?
I want to do what he wants to do.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I'm there to learn him, and I'm there to know him.
But he got to learn you too, though.
And he'll learn me when I walk into his world.
Okay. Got it. Okay.
But walk into my world first. I'm not providing a world for you. So my world really doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It matters to the extent of what have I cultivated?
Yeah.
Have I nurtured my world? Where can my world take him, right? When I enter his world. So that's why I won't present the preconceived notion of what I want to do, because he might show me something new, and now I just limited myself to what I'm already exposed to, and I never gave him a chance to step me into his world. So
okay, can we bring her up here or what?
And you know, there's a lot of women out there that complain about, you know, the bystander effect in men and how men don't really help out anymore, but it's not really a man's responsibility. But the way that you guys talk, and the way that you guys act, a man doesn't really have any influence. So why am I going to be paying for something that I didn't create? Why am I going to be solving a problem that I didn't get myself into? I can help out here and there, but I'm not your security guard.